Formula One has seen many classic seasons decided at the final round. Right from the first year of the World Championship in 1950. Italy, 1950. 3 Alfa Romeo drivers came into the final round of the first ever F1 World Championship with a chance at the title. Juan Manuel Fangio led before the Monza finale, ahead of Luigi Fagioli and Nino Farina. Farina won the race and the title, as Fagioli could only finish third. And Fangio retired not once but twice, after taking over his teammate's car. Italy, 1956. Fangio held an 8-point lead over Ferrari teammate Peter Collins coming into the Monza finale. Fangio only had to finish to win the title, but his car's steering broke. Teammate Luigi Musso refused to allow Fangio to take his car, which then suffered a similar failure. Instead, Collins gave up his car to Fangio, allowing him to take his 4th title. United States, 1959. Jack Brabham claimed his first title at Sebring by pushing his car over the finish line and collapsing. He needn't have worried, as, of his title rivals, Tony Brooks could only finish 3rd and Sterling Moss suffered transmission failure. Mexico, 1964. Graham Hill, John Surtees and Jim Clark all had a chance at the title in Mexico City. Clark's Lotus led from pole, with Hill's BRM being hit by Lorenzo Bandini, Surtees' Ferrari teammate. Clark's engine seized at the start of the final lap, and with Hill struggling with the damaged exhaust from the earlier clash, Surtees was running 3rd. Bandini played the wingman, giving up his 2nd position that Surtees required to win the title by 1 point. United States, 1974. McLaren's Emerson Fittipaldi and Clay Regazzoni of Ferrari entered this title decider at Watkins Glen tied on 52 points. They qualified 8th and 9th, with Fittipaldi gaining places early on as Regazzoni struggled. A broken damper cost Regazzoni a shot, and he finished 4 laps down in 11th as Fittipaldi placed 4th to win his 2nd title. Japan, 1976. Niki Lauda's horrendous fiery crash at the Nürburgring allowed James Hunt to take the title chase to the wire. At a treacherously wet Fuji, McLaren's Hunt grabbed the title by 1 point with a 3rd place finish. While Lauda withdrew his Ferrari at the end of the 2nd lap, saying, "My life is worth more than a title." Caesars Palace, 1981. Carlos Reutemann led Nelson Piquet by a point coming into the Las Vegas finale, but their showdown was oddly underwhelming. Reutemann started on pole, but his Williams fell back down the order immediately, and Piquet passed him on lap 17. Despite suffering heat exhaustion, Brabham's Piquet took 5th position, enough for the title by a point, as Reutemann struggled home to lap 8th, complaining of gearbox issues. South Africa, 1983. Alain Prost led Nelson Piquet by 3 points coming into the Kyalami finale, but Prost's Renault blew a turbo, allowing Piquet to win a 2nd title for Brabham by finishing in 3rd place. Portugal, 1984. The closest ever F1 title winning margin came after the Estoril finale, where Alain Prost led home teammate Niki Lauda in a McLaren 1-2. But it was Lauda who was crowned champion by just half a point, gaining the runner-up spot he needed when Nigel Mansell suffered a brake failure and spun off. Australia, 1986. Mansell, Prost and Piquet were all in contention for the title in Adelaide. With just 18 laps to go, Mansell suffered a spectacular rear tyre failure while running 3rd, losing him the crown. His Williams teammate Piquet made a precautionary pit stop, which allowed Prost to win the race and the championship for McLaren. Australia, 1994. Benetton's Michael Schumacher led Damon Hill of Williams by 1 point coming into the Adelaide finale. Schumacher led until he went off the track and rejoined, with Hill then diving to his inside at the following turn. Contact was made, Schumacher ended up in the wall, but Hill sustained suspension damage that also put him out, crowning Schumacher as champion. Jerez, 1997. The climax of the European Grand Prix was even more controversial, as Schumacher, now with Ferrari, clashed with Williams' Jacques Villeneuve. Schumacher was 1 point clear of Villeneuve, but the collision put himself, rather than his rival, out of the race. The FIA subsequently threw Schumacher out of the championship for his deliberate move. Japan, 1998. Mika Hakkinen of McLaren scored his first title at Suzuka as Ferrari rival Michael Schumacher suffered a disastrous race. Schumacher had to start from the rear of the grid after stalling, and had only recovered to third when he hit debris and was forced out due to a puncture. Japan, 1999. Ferrari's Eddie Irvine led Hakkinen by 4 points coming into the Suzuka finale, as Schumacher had missed races due to breaking his leg at Silverstone. Although Schumacher started on pole, Hakkinen dominated the race to win his second title. Irvine finished third behind Schumacher. His second wouldn't have been enough to win on countback, but would have been F1's only ever tie on points. Brazil 2007. Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen was a title outsider, 7 points behind McLaren's Lewis Hamilton and 4 in arrears of Lewis's teammate Fernando Alonso. Raikkonen won the race ahead of teammate Felipe Massa, enough to crown him champion, as Alonso finished third and Hamilton could only manage 7th due to gearbox issues. Brazil 2008. F1's most dramatic championship climax, as Interlagos winner Massa crossed the line as champion for Ferrari, only for McLaren's Hamilton to gain the 5th place from Timo Glock that he needed to take it away seconds later. If they had finished level on points, Massa would have taken the title on countback. Abu Dhabi 2010. Alonso led the Red Bulls of Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel coming into the Abu Dhabi finale. As Vettel headed the field, Webber pitted early, a move soon covered by Alonso. But Alonso got stuck behind Renault's Vitaly Petrov and was forced to settle for 7th place. Vettel's victory gave him a first world title, the sport's youngest ever champion. Brazil 2012. Interlagos played host to another wild finale, as points leader Vettel's Red Bull was punted into a spin on the opening lap. Despite a damaged car, Vettel recovered to take the 6th place he required to beat Ferrari's Fernando Alonso to the title by 3 points. McLaren's Jenson Button beat Alonso to the race win that he needed by 2.7 seconds. Abu Dhabi 2016. Mercedes' Nico Rosberg held a 12-point advantage over teammate Lewis Hamilton coming into the finale. Hamilton took pole and led from start to finish, but needed Rosberg, running second, to finish 4th. Hamilton slowed his pace in an attempt to back up Rosberg into the chasing pack, despite team orders to the contrary. Rosberg clung to second, winning the title and then announcing his retirement from the sport a day later.